Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So today I am kind of excited. I'm going to do another fall tutorial look for you guys while trying out two products that are new to me. I do have two other products I wanted to revisit, but for this I am just going to use two products that I haven't used yet on this channel. One product I will be revisiting though is the Maybelline Master Chrome. I forgot I had this in my bag. I've had it for a little bit. Then this one I haven't really gotten to try out yet. And this is the Beauty Bakery Flour Better Not Bitter Setting Powder. And this is the Extra Coverage Translucent in the shade Oat. So I guess I'll just jump right into the video. And I feel like I should start with eyeshadow because I feel like I might get a little bit of fallout. So we should start there. Okay, so I forgot my mirror again. Sheet. I will be right back. Actually, I'm just gonna try to push that back real quick, like. Key. Oh, I'll be right back. Sorry about that brief interruption. So now I'm going to start the video. And we're going to start with the eyeshadow. So I am going to zoom in here just not that much. I think that's close enough right there. And yeah, so first I'm just going to start off with putting some of my ColourPop No Filter Concealer. And this is the shade Fair 2. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my lid. And honestly, I love using this as an eyeshadow base. I think it's amazing. It's also a really good full cover. It actually is a concealer, but I love using it on my lid because it really covers up all the blemishes I have up there. Sometimes I'll put a little more, like I'm about to do, you know, just a little bit more. Sometimes you need a little extra help. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you really just need to pack stuff on, you know? I'm just gonna go ahead and blend the other eye. Probably move this more over here. Some more. And one cool thing about this concealer is you can really build it to where you want it to be. Like I just did. Like I prefer to have a little bit more pigment. That way I feel like if I have a paler base, it gives eyeshadows more of a chance to really shine through. Whereas with my skin tone, I feel like sometimes depending on the shade, it can really tone it back. That's why I do that. I just almost grabbed a tablet as my eyeshadow palette. Today I am going to be using the Morphe 3503 Fierce by Nature palette. If you haven't seen her yet, this is their brand new palette and it looks like this. It's very pretty for fall. I'm going to go ahead and grab a brush. And the brush that I love to use to start any of my looks for just like a transition fluffy little brush is this brush right here. This is the by Real Techniques. Is there a shade? What's that shade name? It's called the Essential Crease Brush, and I absolutely love it because I have smaller eyes. This brush is just a small little fluffy blending brush, and I absolutely adore it. So first I'm going to start off by taking the shade right up over here on the top. And that is going to be the transition shade. one thing that I love to do with my shadows is I go, while I'm doing this, you know, like blending right up in the crease, I also go around the top and I do little circular motions because it gives it like that nice airbrushed look. Kind of like that. I'm just going to go ahead and do the same on the other eye. The only thing I don't like about this palette is I feel like it has a little bit more fallout than the other Morphe palettes. But she's very pretty and she is still very pigmented and really good for fall. That is the only thing though. I mean, I don't typically mind a lot of fallout as long as it's not like excessive. But yeah, so there's that. Now, just so I can give my eye a little bit of dimension, I'm going to dip into a similar shade, but it's a little bit deeper. It's the shade that's right underneath here. I'm just going to go ahead and put that directly into the crease. Go ahead and do the same on the other eye. And now, my favorite part, I'm going to use, this brush or do I like this brush? I think I should use this brush because this one's more packed. So I'm going to use this Luxie 246 Precision Crease Brush. I'm going to dip into this shade that's right here in the middle. This shade's really cool. It's like so it's literally just like a pressed glitter, like a pressed shimmer is what I'm going to say. It's kind of like the formula. Because when you try to swatch it, it's very chunky and it's not really like consistent. But when you pack it onto the lid, it looks so pretty. And it's like a very nice fall Halloween shimmer. Like, I don't know if you guys can actually see it, but I personally really like this glitter shade. And to be honest, it probably would stick better if you use like a glitter primer. But I don't have a glitter primer, so I'm making the best of it right now. I forgot to pick one up while I was at the store. But yeah, you just have to be kind of like very careful with your placement on this shade specifically, because you can't just go in like you would a regular glitter. You have to be very gentle, very careful with it, or else you're gonna look like poo. And we don't like girls that look like poo on this channel. I mean, unless you unintentionally do it, then that's something else. And I do find that with this shade specifically, it is better to use a brush to pack it on as opposed to going in with your finger, which is typically what I like to do when it comes to the shimmers because it gives it that extra oomph. But with this, it's so much better just to pack it on with a brush. Okay, now just because I do have a little bit of fallout underneath the eyes before we get started with the makeup. So, by the way, this is the eye look that I came out with. I kind of really like it. I love the orange and the gold. It's very fall. Alright, now we're just going to prime the face. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And for those of you that don't know, I am very big in drugstore products. I always use drugstore products. I mean, I still love high-end products, don't get me wrong, but drugstore for me is just more affordable and I prefer it. And honestly, a lot of the times, a lot of this stuff can be compared to drugstore to high-end, which I think is really cool because I believe that drugstore has really stepped up their game, especially like the brands like Elf and Wet n Wild. Like, I remember when I was a kid and Wet n Wild was not something like a grown woman would use. It was more teens or kids. But my meme, and if you don't know what meme means really quickly, it's pretty much the same thing as grandmother. She uses the Wet n Wild foundation, which I found that out one day because I looked in her makeup bag. But yeah, I was like, okay, meme, I see you using that that Wet n Wild, because I remember when I was a kid and I used to religiously use Wet n Wild glosses because my sister had this, like, I think it was like a pink one or like a clear one. I know it was like a weird color, and then one day I was like, ooh, I want another one because I really liked the first one. And from what I can remember, they were not good glosses back then. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this other one. Well, actually, I think it might have been purple, because the one I got ended up being like pink, and I really loved it. And everyone kept telling me that it actually looked good on me, so I think it might have been pink. By the way, to apply my primer, this was also a Luxie brush. This is their foundation brush, 510 foundation brush. I've been using it to put on primer. I usually use my fingers, but for some reason I've been using that. Now, a new product. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I believe this is supposed to be full coverage. And it says 24-hour breathable texture, respirable. Don't mind me, I don't know how to say words. And the shade I got was 410 Ivory. Oh, that's a sizable pump. I don't know if you guys can like see, like this whole top part is the pump. I think this foundation was like $8. It comes in a cute little glass container. You get a fluid ounce, which is a standard for most foundations. Oh. You gotta be careful with the pump, apparently. Alright, so let's give her a shot. I'm not sure if this is marketed as full or if it's medium. I forgot to do a little bit of research on it, so don't hate me for that. Yo, I just kind of grabbed a color, but I don't know if this is like me, but I feel like this is like my shade. Just gonna go ahead and toss on a little bit more, because I've seen YouTubers raving about this product, so I was like, okay, well, I want to rave about this product too. And so far, I think I'm gonna rave. Just gonna have a big old rave party about this. Oh, that was a little much. It is a very liquidy formula, I will say that. And for me personally, I prefer more liquid formulas because I feel like they blend better. At least in my experience. I think I might have a new favorite on my hands, but you know, it's just a little bit for the forehead. I was gonna get some new products from Physicians Formula, but then I decided I didn't want that right now because I just did a review on like a bunch of new stuff last week. So I felt like this week I just kind of needed something different. I mean, then I ended up doing a review, so there's that. So one thing about foundation, you always need to blend to the neck. I don't care if it's your perfect shade, blend to your neck. You'll thank me later. Okay. Next. So far I am actually really liking this foundation. It does look wicked pretty. It doesn't look too cakey actually. It actually looks kind of like a your skin but better. This could be an everyday foundation. It definitely isn't full coverage, but it is very pretty. This will be a good fall foundation. Because the reason why I say it's not full coverage is because when I'm looking kind of like right up here, I can still see a little bit of my redness. And it definitely goes right over the texture, because if you can see, I don't know if you can see it right over here, I do have a little bit of texture going on, a little bit over here. But other than that, it is a very pretty, very nice formula. I really like it. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything on the face. So with that being said, I might need to change my concealer because I thought this was going to be a full coverage. So we're just going to grab another concealer. We'll use my Milani concealer. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Long Wear Concealer. This is in the shade 105 Ivory Rose. This is also a very nice concealer. I live for this concealer lately. And it's only like, I'm gonna say like in the 5 to 8 range for price point. And I feel like if you can get a concealer that does, you know, what you're looking for that price point, you need to do it. It'll save you some coin. And also really quickly, I wanted to tell you guys about this app. Like, okay, so this video is not sponsored or anything. They don't even know I'm kind of like mentioning this in here. But it's this app. It's called Afterpay. I don't know how many of you have heard of it or if any of you have even heard of it. This app is so cool because it actually has a lot of brands on it, a lot of really good brands on it. Like Jeffree, it had like Jeffree Star, NARS, Tarte, a bunch of wicked good brands on there. And pretty much what it is instead of paying like a whole bundle for so much makeup, it takes that and like the price, like say I spent like 160 bucks. And it would take that plus shipping, divide it into 4 payments, and you end up, you know, saving a little bit of money. Well, I mean, you're not really saving money, but it's just kind of like helping you so that way you're not spending so much money. I mean, I guess in a way it could be saving money. But I just feel that you guys need to know about that app because I use it. I use it literally all the time, and I absolutely love it. I just feel like you guys should know about it too. Alright, so next, I'm going to actually bake my under eye, which I don't normally do, but I need to try it for this because I heard that this is wicked brightening and wicked good for your under eye. So we're going to give her a shot. Again, this is the Beauty Bakery Flour Setting Powder. And like I say, I'm just going to try to do the whole baking thing. Which I never really got behind because anytime I've tried to do it, it makes me look really cakey. But I'm willing to make an exception for this because I've heard good things about it with this product. So we're gonna give her a shot today on this channel because why not? So while that sets, I am going to go ahead and start the rest of my face. Actually, I still need to set the rest of my face. So there's that. See, and I don't really have anything else to do. I can do my brows. I'm dumb. Don't mind me, I'm dumb. Alright, so we're going to take my Brow Temptations from Maybelline, and this is in the shade 315 Deep Brown. This is also a wicked good drugstore pencil. I have tried so many eyebrow pencils, but this is the one that I always have gone back to. And personally for me, it's a favorite. So I'm going to keep going back to it. It's a favorite. Because I have the issue where I can try out a product and say that I love it, but then eventually I fall out of love with it because I want to try something new. Like, that's kind of what happened with the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I loved it when I first started using it along with the primer, but then eventually I just kind of grew out of my love for it, and now I have a new mascara that I am so excited to try today. By the way, if any of you were wondering, this is a $1 Billion Brows, the Microblade Effect Brow Pen, and I don't think it has a shade name on it. There's 5142 Dark, so I'm guessing that might be the shade. I don't know, because I do have my natural hair color, if any of you have watched my channel before, it's like a deep brown. So there's that. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and wipe away the bake, and we're going to see if I'm brighter. Oh, did something alright. Huh. It did brighten, look at that. So it did definitely brighten the under eye, which I don't mind. I actually kind of like the way it looks. I know, like, she looks like in the camera might be giving a tad bit of flashback. I don't know. You gotta tell me what you guys think. But it definitely did brighten the under eye. I can definitely see that. For the rest of my face, I'm going to use my current favorite setting powder, the Becca Hydra Set and Refresh. And I am in love with this powder. I have been using it since I got it in my BoxyCharm, and it is definitely a favorite of mine. Because for me, I feel like this, because I have more on the dry side of skin. For some reason lately I feel like I've been having more combo skin, which is different for me, because I'm used to my dry skin. But for me, this setting powder is just so good. I love it. I will rave about it till the end of time. But one thing about this is it is on the higher end of the spectrum, so it is a little more expensive. I believe it retailed at $32, but because I used BoxyCharm, it was $21 in a box of other items, all for $21. But I believe that was the retail price on it. So when I run out of this, I'm going to go back to my L'Oreal Hydra Perfect, which is also a very good setting powder. Next, so I am going to use some bronzer today, just because I feel like I need it. And this is the shade Getting Handsy With Me. This is the ColourPop bronzer. I think it's called like Super Shock, I believe. Don't hold me to that. And these brushes that I'm using right here, that if you see me using that brush with a teal handle, they actually are not sold anymore. They're from the Ashley Tisdale BH Cosmetics collection. which I was like, I need to have those. I got them a while ago, and I actually still use them. I really like them. Granted, I lost a few of them, but, you know, stuff happens. I think they might have just gotten thrown away, to be honest with you. Because when I was moving, there was a lot going on. You know, I was gonna do like the little thing where you just kind of, but I kind of like the way my face looks right now, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna try that today. No, ma'am. Alright, now I'm gonna go into my tried and true blush. Tried and true. My favorite, my number one. Bam. Milani Rose Blush in the shade Tea Rose. And I absolutely love this blush. It is so pretty. And one thing I love about these blushes is they do start off wicked subtle, but you can build them to where you want it. Like me personally, I love the blush look on my face. I think it really compliments me. But if you're someone that likes a little more of a slight blush, you can definitely do that. Now, I'm gonna go wipe that off real quick because we're having a moment here. I think that's wiped off enough. And now I'm going to go into the Maybelline Master Chrome. This is the shade Rose Gold. I don't believe I've used this shade on my channel before. I know I have used the highlighter in the shade Molten Gold, but I don't believe I've used this one. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. I feel like I should a little bit, because I remember vaguely that these highlighters were a little intense. These highlighters are wicked good. Like, if you're looking for a good drugstore highlighter, I would definitely say go with these. But if you're looking for something that's a little more inexpensive, because I believe that these highlighters go for about $10. My next one would probably be the Wet n Wild Mega Glows, because those are only like $5 and they are so nice. I really like them. But if you think about it, I think a lot of other people really like them too. So there's that. So there's that. And then really quickly, I'm just going to go ahead and spray my face with some of the Beauty Bakery Sweet Grace Baking Spray. This is just their setting spray, and it is so nice. I really like it. Whew. Because the way that when you spray this on, it just melts everything together. And I love a setting spray like that, where it can just melt everything together and it just all looks so good. And right now, I look good. That sounded a little bit conceited, but y'all know what I mean. I don't think I'm gonna line my waterline. I was going to, but for some reason lately I've been loving the looks without it. So we're just gonna jump right into mascara. And the mascara I'm going to be using today is the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Volume Express Mascara. I love the packaging on this. Honestly, it's kind of extra. Now let's take out the wand. Ooh. So that's the wand on now, if you guys can see that. And that's like the rest of it. Looks really funky. We're going to give her a shot. Everyone gets a fair shot on this channel. Whether you had bad reviews in the past or good reviews now, we all deserve a shot. Yes, curl. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and... Okay. Okay, cover girl, I see you. I see what you're doing. Honestly, I feel like this is just my general opinion when it comes to the drugstore. I feel that when it comes to mascaras, that L'Oreal and Maybelline definitely slay when it comes to mascaras. I love their mascaras. And I heard wicked good things about this mascara, so I was like, okay, I'm just finally gonna try it out. And I know I put on a lot of layers of mascara. That's only because I don't use fake lashes. Alright, so there's that. The highlight's still popping. Everything's still popping over here. I'm really loving the face. I really am. For a lip, I am going to be going in with, this is the Milani More Shine. This is the shade Bewitching. This was a part of their last collection for the Halloween season. I don't know if it's a part of this season. But I will say this, I do love Milani lip products. They are very nice. Actually, I gotta show you guys the doe foot on this in a second. Because the doe foot on this is actually kind of cool. I know, I ain't gonna lie with your faces when I'm putting on lipstick. So, oh, I got the doe foot. So this is the doe foot. I don't know if you guys can really see. Like, it has like that nice curve, so it really hugs your bottom lip. And like the nice point allows you to get to get all the crevices of your lips, which I love. Because for me personally, I have like at the top of my cupid's bow right over here is very pointed, so I really love that. And yeah, I think I'm done here. This is the full look. You gotta take down the hair, you know, you gotta do the whole thing. You gotta just be like, hey, how you doing? I know I have messy hair, but you know, here we are. The full look, the full shebang. I feel cute. No, but seriously, I do feel kind of cute right now. I love when my hair is messy like this. I don't know why, but I really love it. I feel like it makes me look so pretty. Let me puff this out a little more here so you can really, you know, complete the look. Now this is a look, honey. I feel like I have like 80s hair right now, and I'm actually kind of living for it. But yeah, so like stop staring at myself because I actually really like my look right now. Anyways, so as always, you can ring the bell so you can, always know whenever I post. You can like, subscribe, comment, leave products that you want me to try, challenges you want me to try, tips you want me to show you, anything down in the comments below. Looks, anything. And you can always go follow my Instagram. It's thekimmymua. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.